Oh, we
Whoa!
are live.
We're live. Amutha, entertain the
Greetings.
lovely folks at home for just a second while I give everyone the notice.
Okay, all right. Well, should I do our acknowledgements now or should I wait?
Let's kick that off when it's MQ comes
Okay.
on.
Okay, perfect.
But first of all,
So,
Amutha, you're covered in lights.
I
Talk me through
am
it.
covered in light. Oh, I will talk you through this. Actually, this is a really this is just me being silly. I have these lights in my vocal booth usually, and my vocal booth has been inactive because later on you will get to see my beautiful sound box that I've created. And this is like me being lazy, you know. I'm sitting here by the laptop. I want to stay in my zone. I don't want to have to jump up, go into this booth, come back out, blah, 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 blah. Too many steps. I just want to be able to turn my head and sing my heart out directly. So now that I have my vocal booth right next to me and it's incredible, I decided to take down the lights today and use them to brighten my face and my life, and they have done so. And I told the whole gang that I've actually been wearing this since about, I'm not even afraid to admit, maybe like 5:30 or 6 p.m. So I've been chilling with the lights for a while and it's been feeling real good, you know. Oh, I be lit. Thank you, Dilly Dave. Thank you. Oh, you guys are sweet.
Fans are pumped.
Yeah,
Fans are
I'm
pumped.
ready. I'm ready. I am so pumped as well. It's always amazing to be able to connect with you guys and share a space for love, creativity, passion, imagination, and a lot of calculated intuition. Shall we go into that a bit?
Absolutely. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So I think that there was one thing I wanted to mention today that I told you earlier I wanted to mention today, and that was a really interesting conversation I had before getting ready for this gig with my housemates. We went out and we had a little picnic. It was real cute. And one of my housemates mentioned how something that takes him away from a movie when he's watching it is when there are humans interacting with aliens and they have references that make them sound kind of human. And it's like, this is not realistic at all. And so we started talking about language and communication, and then we're like, well, even from person to person, different cultures, like that's a huge barrier. There's like complete words like, this changed my life. I'm going to share something with you. I
Please do.
learnt. I've always had this problem because I'm so thin. Like I just get super cold really easily, and no one can relate unless you know you got that problem. No insulation.
Look
And
at these little wrists.
there we go. So you'll love
Symbol of the
this.
same
There
boat.
is there is a special word for us in Spanish, and I wish I could remember what it was, but it is for actually like people who get cold because they're thin. And so it's like there's a word for that, you know? And then when I heard about the fact that there was a word for that, I felt less weird about being so cold all the time, because like now in this other culture, it's an actual thing. And I had I had self-esteem issues about it. Like I'm wearing a million layers right now and people are walking around in t-shirts. It was a real thing. I'm like, I'm such a weirdo for wearing like 10 jackets, but that kind of brought me a bit of comfort. Anyway, so this got us onto like talking about language and communicating. Sorry, you wanted to say something. I could tell.
No.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm to that degree. So I'm almost a little bit jealous for the fact that during summer, I just want to be able to wear hoodies all the goddamn time. I want to cover myself up, and I often do. But obviously, it's a bit sweaty. It's a bit sweaty.
Yeah, oh, yeah, just a little bit, right? So basically, like, we're saying how wouldn't it be amazing to, instead of trying to decode the words that someone's saying to you, to just be able to feel their intention. And I kind of exited the conversation with just this idea. And I was like, but wait, we already do that. And that's our ability to empathize. I know for a fact every single one of us has had a conversation where we've really felt understood, or we've really felt like we've understood somebody, and there is this kind of connection between two people, two souls, whatever you want to call it. And I think that this is exactly running on the theme of what we're talking about, calculated intuition. It's something that is intentional but fluid, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And I find the those moments. Okay, say if you're on a train or something like that, and you catch someone's eye, or if there's something happens. I just remember sitting on a train and there was a ruckus. There was somebody acting a fool, and everyone was kind of like, "Oh boy!" And that moment of connecting eyes with a stranger in front of you, and no words are said, but both of you just like, this is nuts. This is pretty crazy. And I love those little moments of like, we don't need to talk to each other. We know exactly what is being said just through the eyes.
Yeah, what a perfect example. Yeah.
But
totally.
yes, okay, let's talk about it though. Let's talk about this EP. This EP that we recorded, I think we recorded about a year ago now. I think we recorded to the back end of last year. And it kind of came out, for me, it came out of reading a book by Eckhart Tolle. And I saw you at a gig down at Bar Usu, and I saw your energy on stage, and I heard your rhymes, I heard your raps, and I thought I gotta be part of that. I gotta get something on. This is gonna be great. And I approached you, and you came around to my place, and we made some beats together from start to finish. Every single time we would hang out, we would start a track, produce it from start to finish together in an Ableton session, because we both use Ableton, so we knew what was going on. And then we started writing, and it was such a freeing, liberating production, I found. Just that constant, free-flowing nature, which is definitely evident in all of your work as well.
Oh, man. I would definitely attribute the majority of my production skills and just workflow to working with you. Like a vast majority of it. You don't realize how much of a leg up you gave me in terms of that stuff. Like, I think it was so beneficial for both of us. Like, we impacted each other so much. This was really a divine intervention, and I'm so grateful we got to actually work on this. So this is a really special project, and it's lit as hell. I cannot even deal. Like, some of these tracks, as soon as I was just doing a bit of like practice just before clicking on them, seeing which part I was going to do, and just remembering how good the tracks were and being like, oh yeah, I remember this is a tune. Like, it's crazy to really feel that so strongly, especially on a collaborative EP, because like, sometimes you feel like you need to accommodate for someone else's sound, but with this, it just felt like our two vibes really meshed together quite well, and I just like it the whole way through.
I think I don't know if you're the purpose behind the name of the album, because you were the one who named the EP. If you had the idea in your mind about those two different styles from the two of us, because I believe even just looking at the way we've presented ourselves on camera now, I think we both have embodied a side of this EP which I really, really like.
Totally.
I definitely am a bit more calculated when it comes to my production and to my lyrics and stuff like that. But then also for yourself, you are could not think of more of a free spirit out of anyone else I know compared to yourself. And to have those two collisions, or have those two collide on this musical project, I thought was just amazing. So much fun. Yeah. So much fun to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. It was a really good time, and it just happened so naturally. So if you guys haven't already heard it, it was released yesterday, and it's 5 tracks. It's a real journey. Eckhart Tolle's on the cover of the album art, if you can spot him somewhere in there. So it's a good time. So we are...
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, please.
We're 5 minutes away from I reckon, kicking things off. So go get your bevies, get some snacks, get yourself ready to be settled in for the entire show, because you're not going to want to leave. Trust me, we have some of the coolest cats coming up for real.
Yeah. We're going to launch things off with MQ, the one and only. This guy is a master on the mic. He is a true MC. I think that is,
Yes.
I could not think of anyone who more embodies the essence of a traditional MC, a pure entertainer at heart. And then following up that, we've got Dilly Dave, who is probably one of the most approachable and warm people I've ever met in my life, who was my introduction to the hip-hop scene. So I'm very glad to have him on here. And then obviously, and then we'll take it away with Amutha next, and then I'm going to bloody close it. I think we should also mention that we're hosting this on the Vibe Union YouTube channel, which is our little collective that we have managed to build. We kind of we sowed some seeds prior to COVID, but then COVID hit. And surprisingly, we actually managed to flower. We actually managed to grow everything during that time through remote collaboration, putting out weekly tracks on YouTube and just sending each other vocal takes and beats. And it's been an amazing time. So,
Amazing.
yeah, that's what this is. And this is going to be great. Yeah.
Woo! Okay, so I would like to, before we kick things off, acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, who are the traditional custodians of this land. So we're recording on. So I would also like to pay respects to elders, both past, present, and emerging.
Excellent.
All right.
I wonder if perhaps MQ, I can see you. So give me a thumbs up if you want to jump in here and you can have a little bit of a chat with us before we kick things off.
Yes.
Oh,
Because he's got a lot going on, and I would love to talk about it.
MQ, hello.
Hello,
What is
beautiful
up?
man.
I have a lot going on, but I've always got time for you cats. Thank you. And your words are too kind. I don't know what to say, but you both look beautiful. I've been checking out the music just secretly in the background here, and it just sounds really dope, but I'm going to be sticking around to hear the whole set and see what's up.
Woo.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
I would like to bring all of our attention to this amazing outfit that you're wearing, and whether there is a reason you might be wearing this.
No, it's just my Thursday evening.
Oh, true. Fair.
This is I'm very excited because I've just launched my show with Melbourne Fringe Festival called The Third Culture Kid. It's an autobiographical work. I'll be combining poetry and hip hop and spoken word storytelling to tell you the story of what it's like growing up different. And it's only recently in my personal life that I've been able to embrace and accept the fact that I come from somewhere else and that's okay and actually should be championed. So that's what I'm all about, and that's the get up for this and for the actual show.
Amazing. What an important story. So thank you for embodying this and bringing this into the world. We so need it right now to hear this story. We're nearly on time for what are we feeling? Shall we have a little chat before chat before we kick it off, or did you want to get straight into it? What are you feeling?
I could go a bit of a chat.
Let's have a little bit of a chat. Why not?
Yeah.
I think we could perhaps just have a little bit of I'd love to just hear your guys' thoughts perhaps on the potential new live gigs could be potentially happening. We're coming out of stage 4 restrictions in Melbourne, and we're very, very excited about that. And we might actually be able to play in front of people in the flesh very, very soon, which is very, very exciting.
What a
And I have to say, not to give too much away because it's still in the planning process, but Vibe Union, man, we're planning some big stuff real soon, which we're very, very excited about.
bringing the music to you.
Yeah, exactly. We want to kick this off real strong. We want to come straight back into this, into the end of this year and into the next year by revitalizing Melbourne's music scene after this hell of a year. It's been a hell of a year. Yeah.
Incredible.
But perhaps, can I just ask, what's the thing you're most excited about in a live gig coming up? That's what that's kind of want to, because I found this really interesting comparing live stream gigs that we are getting to experience now compared to the actual flesh and blood live gigs. MQ, what have you missed the most about live gigs?
That's easy. Thinking back to when we were at the Workers and we were just like bouncing and revolving around one another. We were just like different planets all in orbits to each other. That was mind-blowing. So that feeling of being on a stage with someone else and riffing, freestyling, and we've got tracks now where we weave, verses in and out of each other. That is so exciting and exhilarating for me, especially as I've been developing this more or less one-man show. To be on a stage for an hour just talking to a 3-camera setup. So for me, it's sharing that stage and that energy and just amplifying.
Yeah.
Could not agree more. Some of absolutely my favorite moments were just of this. That was this year. Workers was this year. That seems like it was years ago. That's so weird. But that gig was such a highlight for me. Being on stage, especially being on stage with, I think, Dilly Dave and I had been working on a few tracks, and there was some really just connectedness between us performing those tracks live, and can't wait to do that again on stage. And now as you said, we've got all these new tracks with Vibe Union, which you can check out on this YouTube channel. Why don't you? Go check them out. They're great. But Amutha, what's the thing that you missed the most? Unless it's the same thing as MASH. I don't know.
I mean, of course, I definitely, after you said that, I was like, yeah, for sure. I think the first thing that sprung to me was really being able to look at people and perform. I think there's something so different about being in the presence of people. Even though you're all out here and I feel you, I really, really, really do. There's something different about seeing in the flesh as well. I feel like there's a different kind of connection you make in the physical versus in the computerical, internetical. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a different vibe. And even though I love and appreciate both of them, I do miss the physical connection, if that makes sense.
100%. 100%. That said, I also really enjoy this format. Obviously, we have crispy, clean mics, which is very, very exciting. You're going to hear every little lip smack from each one of us, which is great.
All the popping.
And also we've got the comment section, so you can actually talk to the other people while we're watching.
That's right. And it's not going to be rude.
Do. No, if you
talk
send
during our show.
Please talk, all the best comments, I'm going to be throwing them up on screen so everyone can get their little moment in the limelight.
15
Very big incentive. And now, I think without further ado, I think MQ, it's time for you to do what you do. How are you feeling about this?
Woo!
I'm excited.
All right, man.
I'm excited.
We're going to take off.
Thank you.
It's all yours, man.
Thank you. Hold your applause / put it in the comments in the side here. Thank you, Rhath, Amutha, for that incredible introduction. I'm really excited to be a part of this project, especially tonight, because what you've just described in that theme about cross-cultural divide, the ability to bridge that with intuition, with connection, and it's the importance of language that's actually so critical to the show that I'm going to be presenting. So it feels serendipitous and synchronistic that we have arrived at this moment in time together. So I'm very honored. As I said, the show is about the journey of growing up different in this country and coming to terms with that and coming to terms with acceptance. So what I'm going to be performing for you all tonight is 3 pieces that will be part of the show itself. So you're getting a very sizable chunk, and I hope that you'll enjoy. There's a link to the tickets for the Fringe Festival down below. This first piece takes place just after 9/11 and in the context of being a student in high school, and y'all know how high school was. Durka, Durka, Jihad Salam. You can't touch me because you think I'm haram. Durka, Durka, Jihad Muhammad. Don't get him mad because then he might bomb us. All I ever wanted was to fit in. But from day one, my A1s meant I needed thick skin. It wasn't enough to watch Hillary Duff or Warnie's wrist spin. I was the sick kid. They'd say that the only reason I got straight A's was so I could lay waste to this great place. Every scribble in my book was a bomb plot or a gunshot, so they best not let me get hot or I might just let off. My science diorama was an ode to Osama. Whole class goes bananas when it's brought up in drama. And they always found a way. Because of the nightly news that nobody thought was slightly skewed, I walked around so tightly screwed, knowing what said to me might be rude. And it always was. I heard your dad's a terrorist. At first it wasn't settling. Then I started to believe them. I got some advice that said, don't get mad, get even. If it's fear they wanted, then it's what I'd give them. They said I'm on a jihad, well, no quarter given. The stories that I used to write of misadventures and youthful nights now brimmed with bombs and jets in flight and all the ways that I would fight. It's funny. If not for the infidels, I wouldn't know the word infidels. From paradise, my parents fell to raise the devil in this hell. Started going to Saturday school to separate myself from all these fools. I learned of rivers flowing cool where I would swim if I followed the rules. Everything became moralistic. They're sick and twisted, but I'd been gifted. This religion picked and lifted me above the ones who'd missed it. I was different. I was better. With the righteous, I'd stick together. Keep my thoughts pure, on a tether. Eternal life is mine forever. But what about my friends? Didn't they have a choice? Didn't they have a chance? Well, they made a choice not to heed God's commands. And why would you want to be with them? Aren't they the ones who caused offense? In their defense, they didn't know what they said. Well, God will decide that when they are dead. All I ever wanted was to fit in, but thinking and pigment was too big of a difference. It all started to sink in. But even religion would soon be relinquished, as questions unanswered made faith feel extinguished. So that's a poem that, it just, thank you, Dave Dilley. It just kind of, it came and it needed to be said, and it was about this very dark time where I started to internalize this idea that maybe I was a terrorist, maybe I was wrong for being who I am. I'm glad I kind of grew up out of that, and I started to find my feet in new domains and eventually settling on hip-hop and performing in this world. But as with every other little chapter in my life, I came into it an imposter. And rather than figure out my own voice, I decided I needed to just copy what everyone else was doing. And so when I first sat down to write my lines, this is how they sounded. This beat is produced by Jav K. Hill House Studios represent. Let's get it. Keys to the kingdom. You wrestling with your demons, I already pinned on. Fuck what I seen in my dreams, yeah, already been on. You ask if you can have the keys, yeah, I'm the one that meant some. The keys to the kingdom. New face on the block. Beat like a night vision Paris, baby, that's hot. And you can bet I'ma be calling out all the shots. Baby, I'm giving up God and I'm done with the pot. But maybe I'm not. Ow! Everybody knows I'm a winner. My rap's so fat that my gut looks thinner. Take no photos cause my beauty's inner. Take me to church cause baby I'm a sinner. I'm about to go gorilla, Viet Cong gorilla. Making that skrilla like Godzilla. Six gods sick but my Godzilla. And I murder these rappers for breakfast like a serial killer. Kingdom. You're wrestling with your demons, I already pinned on. Fuck what I seen in my dreams, yeah, already been done. You ask if you can have the keys, yeah, I'm the one that meant some. The keys to the kingdom. I could see the world from the comfort of home. Seeing everything from Peru to Ibiza. Stack of margaritas with a styrofoam. Would you look at that? Leaning Tower Pizza. I'll meet you when we go down to Giza. It's been a while since I swam in denial. Wild child smile, but I roll you up. Death roll style like a crocodile. I've been on the roll like an alligator. With trees so sticky like the Everglades, no negator. You can't refuse me. That's why these lames all trying to use me, and I'm Pikachu. And all these Ashleys wanna choose me, yeah, I'm the bomb. And there ain't nobody that can ever defuse me, I defeat ya. John Travolta, lightning fast and I grease ya. Matter of fact, let the record show that I beat ya. A real pleasure to meet ya. Maybe one day I could get to teach ya, but until then call me Monster Mash. I'm the creature that's one hell of a keeper of the kingdom. You're wrestling with your demons, I already pinned on. Fuck what I seen in my dreams, yeah, already pinned on. You ask if you can have the keys, yeah, I'm the one that meant some. The keys to the kingdom. Okay. I've Hypothetically, if you question me, you will see I'm the teacher here. There's no testing me. Purple Prince, rest in peace. Rapper pedigrees flowing in my jeans, blowing in the breeze. All my enemies are blowing me, knowing me. There's a chance I'll go and change my flow again. Me, myself, and I fighting toe to toe again. Wanna know how I keep it tight? Check my hole again. God like Barbie bait, yeah, they call me Holy King Kingdom. You wanna kill a fucking track like this, but it's been done. I'm arrived, so step aside, you really lit up. Can't you see? You can't be me, yeah, I'm the big one. And this is my kingdom. Yeah. That's authentic MQ, man, straight from the heart. That's how we do it, we gangsters, man. Like west side, east side, south side, central side, north side, all the sides, man. That's it, we gangsters up in this rap shit forever, man. We thugs, we gangsters, keys to the kingdom. So that's Kingdom, and that was the first song I ever wrote, and I was very excited to write it. I was very glad that I had a song. I'm a rapper now. I've established myself. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be real, you know, and it's all about the real with everyone in the game. And I'm glad I kind of moved away from that stuff, if I'm being honest, because that wasn't who I was about. And then I started to recognize that there's struggle and there's things that I really need to talk about. And by not belonging to my Pakistani culture, not belonging to my Australian culture, I had to find and build my own. And that's what the show is all about. That's what Calculated Intuition's all about, transcending things. Born in the shadow of a Gulf War, less than a year old, already on world tour. Said good day before, assalamu alaikum. Parents taught him English and he learned as fast as they could. But it wasn't long before the kid in kindergarten, with the funny kind of talk and the dietary requirements, came to see that he was having trouble fitting in. It wasn't anybody's fault, it was the trouble from within the third culture. Everywhere I go I feel different. Everywhere I go I don't fit in. Two hometowns, nowhere to call home. Can't feel the vibe, so I'll make my own third culture. Two hometowns, nowhere to call home. Can't feel the vibe, so I'll make my own third culture. Picture this, just a kid in the homeland, surrounded by fam but feeling lost like a lone man. Mother tongue fluent but they wanna hear the Aussie. Mama said do it, gotta make them all happy. But don't go outside, they might snatch ya. But don't break outside, they might snatch ya. Just act up, and if the kids are mean, then boy, it's just bad luck. And by the way, don't get too attached. 2 years home and now it's time to go back. Say goodbye to all of your friends. It's gonna be a while till you see them again. The third culture. Everywhere I go I feel different. Everywhere I go I don't fit in. Two hometowns, nowhere to call home. Can't feel the vibe, so I make my own third culture. Hometowns, nowhere to call home. Can't feel the vibe, so after dinner, Mama would put the kettle on the telly, the Nahasa Pima pedalons. Role models that look like him. Flat drawings with dark toned skin. Crime Stoppers and a current affair. The only brown faces with some facial hair. And how come Joey and Ross had no colored friends? Instead his only line is, thank you, come again. That was my catchphrase. Grade 3, that was my catchphrase. I was the thank you, come again kid. Just because I had a bit of an accent, you know. So tell me what good are two tongues growing up? Gecko in the land of the blue tongues. Eat Big Macs, get fat, blame the biryani. Should I join the army? Drop some bombs on my aunties? Or should I wear the gold and green? Staying glued to the screens, watching scenes of the beach blonde teens, having dreams of a white picket fence and some kids, and a wife who pretends that my life don't exist. No better than a wedding to a foreigner, showing her the things that'll put the fear of God in her. Savior complex, saving her from this abomination of a nation of convicts. But tell me, can I just abandon the plans of a family stranded so far from the land? A mom and a dad thinking grand for the future. Raising two kids kinda takes getting used to in a strange new world. Sliding out the most alien, hoping that the kids will get called Australian. How do you protect them from a culture assailing them? How do you do all that without failing them? Isn't a sure shot designed for a person out of place, both in space and time? All I'm looking for is my peace of mind. Everybody's got a culture, it's time I built mine. third culture. Whew. Give me a moment. Thank you. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for giving me space to do this. It feels amazing. Thank you so much to Sikander, to Dr. Deep, to Nifty, to Mystic on the guitar, who crushed that solo. I love him and his work to pieces. Nifty's done an incredible job on the mix and the audio engineering side of things. And Pradeep Sarkar, Dr. Deep, an incredible DJ and producer who gave us that beat. There's just a lot. This show is very much about getting to the very depth of myself, who I am, what I'm about, what I care about, and where I've come from. And I hope that it can reach people who are in a similar position. You don't have to be brown to feel like you don't belong in a place. You don't have to come from a different place to feel like you don't belong in a place. And that's something that I've had to learn over time. Thank you to the incredible people in my life who have helped me to learn that, to inspire this story, and to be able to give you the story of the Third Culture Kid. Details for how to grab tickets. Tickets are available now as of tonight. They're in the comments way down below. Emkews show, Melbourne Fringe. Hit the link. Go grab yourself a ticket. Thank you so much for having me here. Calculated Intuition, the EP by Rhath and Amutha, is out now, and you guys really need to listen to it. Thank you. Bless all of you. God bless you all. And thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity in this beautiful life. You're all gorgeous human beings. Peace.
Bruh. Oh, I can't. I
Right, you're
can't.
muted.
Whew. I'm like, whew. I'm telling you right now, dude, I had a very hard time holding back tears. That was incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for existing in the world. We need you. We need you.
Thank you.
You know, it's like, it's a very important story that MASH is telling, and I think that it's necessary for all of us to hear this story and to understand the experience. It's that thing of like, even if you haven't lived through this life, you could feel what he was trying to convey. You don't need to even hear what he's saying. You can feel everything coming through. So if you all took a moment to feel that, thank you. Thank you for appreciating that. That was something else. Wow. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited for your show, honestly. Whew. You can't see the tears, but they're coming down.
And as stated, all the information is down below. Please go and check it out. Please support Fringe that is given MASH this platform as well. I'm excited. Can't bloody wait to see this live. Is it in a few weeks, was it? Sorry?
Yeah, November 24 to 28. There's nightly streams at 6:30 p.m. Super family friendly, except for that stuff. So we'll see what we can do about that.
Kids know what's up. They know the world better than most people.
I think people do it on TikTok and stuff as well.
I don't know what TikTok is. Never heard of it. MQ, thank you very much. We're going to now bring in Dilly Dave himself. Thanks, man.
Whoa, Dilly Dave.
And here he is, the man, the beard, the legend. How are you, man?
Yes. Thank you. Wrath. Amutha. Good to see you, good to be. It's your boy Dilly D. For backup, you know, if you want some comic relief, here he is. Fucking
Are you like
ready
Donkey
to go.
in Shrek? He was my favorite.
I'm literally an ass. So yeah, that was great. Thanks for that, Amutha. Yep.
Have you had the desire to be a stand-up comic at any point in your life?
Please say yes.
I've gone to open mics before.
Has they not
the desire's
taken you?
there.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments, push Dilly into doing stand-up, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's going to be discouraging if I want to try and do rap for you guys. So, but I've copped this before,
sorry.
you know. I should just be the funny guy, not the attempt at
No,
the
but this is
rapper.
the thing. I
you
think
hit on
that
it.
because you're just a creative. That's all. You are. Whatever you do, you'll do it amazingly. I firmly believe that. I just think you're
Appreciate it.
hilarious. It's a compliment, mate. Take it. We need to get a Netflix special.
I'm writing it. We'll get the special, you know. I think I need to release an EP with Wrath first, and Then I'll work on my comedy special.
Okay, we're all ready.
All right. Well,
right.
I think we've heard about your comedy, but I think we're all here for your musical chops. So why don't we get into it? And I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Pass it on. Here it is, just you and me now. Who knows what's happening? Calculated intuition. My lord, go and watch it. It's great. Big ups to Rhath and Amutha for having me on. I'm going to do what I do. Let's give it a rip. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey. It's a Milky Bar kid, putting bars in the fridge. Gotta cool off when the kids bring the heat. It's a Milky Bar kid, putting bars in the fridge. Gotta cool off when the kids bring the heat. Ass in the seat most days, leave behind a moist stain. Yeah, that's the mark of my name. Like biblical, call me Dave. Take my name, go in vain. Come and drive in my lane. Drunken but still feels the pain. Could have been a Viking, but I am lame. You can take my ego, spread it on your toast. I just need to let it go, so one day you'll toast. Come and roast, come and play with your boy Dilly Day. Yeah, Milky Bar kid. Just a Milky Bar kid. Hey. Ain't stopping for anyone, let's do it. Non-stop raps. Yeah, hey. Origin story, like I ain't from the hood, I ain't from the hood. I ain't Robin Hood, I ain't Robin Hood. Like I ain't from the hood, I ain't from the hood. I ain't Robin Hood, I ain't Robin Hood. No pretender, old dark member, remembering dark happenings. I was a happy kid in my childhood, protected, defended, and always making amends. Making the friends, tending the hearts, getting the feels right. Yeah, little bubble boy with a joy, not a ploy, that's deployed just to cause a bit of havoc. Nothing tragic, no fanatic. Stretched out in that Afghan, palm trees my true fan. Fan out my true fam. Good word is what we spread, man. What we spread, man. Like I ain't from the hood, I ain't from the hood. I ain't Robin Hood, I ain't Robin Hood. Like I ain't from the hood, I ain't from the hood. I ain't Robin Hood, I ain't Robin shit. Yeah.
You must think first.
Okay. I'm incompetent, incontinent on my continent. I'm incompetent, incontinent on my continent. Like, not content with the content, in need of a contest, then I'll be a con man. Right, Conan barbarian, I am not scaring them into submission. It's not in my vision, not on my cheat sheet. Where I just cheated, run like a cheetah. Yeah, loud on the speaker, teaching not a preacher. In need of another teacher. I am just a speaker. Like, I am incompetent, I am incontinent on my content. Yeah. I'm incompetent, incontinent on my continent. I'm incompetent, incontinent on my continent. Yeah.
Please, allow me to show you something.
Yeah. Not secure, I'm insecure. Ay. Not sure, I'm unsure. Yeah. Not secure, I'm insecure. Ay. Not sure, I'm unsure. Soul tone, then I'm worn down. Your spinning head got a 4-1, then my forehead's gonna burn out. Frontal lobe, lobotomy. Brain torn out in front of me. Clarity, I need clarity. And vanity, got vanity. It's insecurity that follows me. Shadow boxing with myself, and I'm taking hits. Eating shit, not fall to pieces, fall to bits. Leave a mark, something to hit. How will I make amends and mend myself with some self-help? Beginner's guide to gain pride on the bright side of my strong side. Yeah. Not secure, I'm insecure. Ay. Not sure, I'm unsure. Yeah. Not secure, I'm insecure. Ay. Not sure, I'm unsure. Like, I'm so unsure. I hope you are all bloody vibing. Let's just need to open up another Ableton project. Multiple sets happening, the old and the new. It's all combining together. How we all flowing out there. Thanks everyone for joining in. on the Dilly Dave, here, there, and everywhere. Thank you for the over 9,000 on the wordplay. Cheers, Amutha. Let's get to it. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I-G, like I-G. Yeah. Trickster, could be low-key. Take the piss on the low-key. Scratch tracks like I got fleas. Little Doug, pinky knees. This bangs, who dropped the beat? Yeah. Seriously, who dropped the beat? You know that I'm dropping more posts on the IG than an influencer on amphetamines. Play one with no team, yeah. Other rappers more modified than F1s that are armed for drive-bys. Yeah, my ears cry, yeah. As they come past, they cry. As they come past, they cry. As they come past, stay inside. Hey. Shout out song like Ben 10 making friends with aliens. Ben 10 making friends with aliens. Ben 10 making friends with aliens. Like couple mentions needing attention. Too bad if you do not know. To me the B, yeah, Wordsmith and a G. Blacksmith, Mr. Smith, agent, teaming up with a trickster, it's tricks, bruh. No heave-ha, just a heave-ho, with a quick flow. Double time, that's double trouble. Break it up with D-Rad, Sinbad on the bard lines. Bard rhymes for the history, yeah. Next to him, Dilly D, oh, that's me on the bench line with his side wench in the trench line. Under fire, cover up, outsource my muscle. Lazy boy, no hustle. This will be a puzzle, this will be a puzzle, yeah. This will be such a puzzle. Yeah, hey. Woo. Let's chill it. Yo. Hey. Simple musings of a fool. Like, are these my ideas? Or do they have me? Allow me to see who is my guide, who is my guy, who is my idol, and who is my ride? What is the channel that I can tap into to gain some insight? Like, what's right, what to do? Act as if God is true and influence behavior. Engage with the neighbor, commanding presence might not save you, but do stand tall, yeah. Don't have ideas, don't have ideas, they've got me, yeah. I don't have ideas, they have got me. Don't have ideas just like they've got me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'm chillin', like, right? Chillin', like, right? Yeah. Playtime is a full-time deal. Part-time and we split in two. Playtime is a full-time deal. Part-time and we split in. Yeah, this feeling I'm wilderness pleasing, I'm seizing the day. Come out to play, whether make change, no need to blame. Same with the times, get with the vibe. Yeah, slowly we ride, here with the beat. Vibing, I'm rhyming, yo, this ain't a lead. Wild like a child, I'm rhyming and I'll be a wow, yeah. Playtime is a full-time deal. Part-time and we split in two. Playtime is a full-time deal. Yeah. Alright, give me a tick. Let's see what else we got here. There's lots of goods. Just trying to figure out what I want to go. Part-time, meaning, dreaming, have I forgotten? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is good. The zombie track. Yeah. Short banger after short banger. Yeah. I see the zombies as they rush by me. Yeah. I see the zombies as they rush by me. Don't rush me. Yeah. I like my own company. Don't wanna work for another company. Leave me be. I'm a fan of my own presence. Yeah. Here I am, yeah, I'm pulling off my essence. Seeking out the pleasure. Out here, no censor. Demented, no mentor. Thinking that I'm clever.
running from dementors, praying no dementia, memories cementing, withdrawn and drawing, dying, responding. Tired, I'm snoring. No crowd applauding. Yeah. There's no crowd applauding. No crowd applauding. There's no crowd applauding. Like, I see the zombies as they rush by me, rush by me. I see the zombies as they rush by me. Don't rush. Yeah. Don't rush. Check it. Got a little bit more. A little more tank in the juice. Yeah. Only underrated cause I'm under the radar. Call me Darth Vader, I'm a dark side player. Like, yeah. Only underrated cause I'm under the radar. Call me Darth Vader, I'm a dark side player. Shadow, just another side of self. Introspection like prosecution, accusing myself of not reaching potential. For the sake of the people. Like, my dislike for MCs breeds a need for me to put them out of their misery, nothing in the history. Yeah, they need to map a meaning, not fiending over cash and drugs. Like, yeah, what's my name? I don't need a plug. Yeah, let the dirty water down the drain. What I'm finding as a scribe is these ideas, they keep me alive. Like, only underrated cause I'm under the radar. Call me Darth Vader, I'm a dark side player. Only underrated cause I'm under the radar. Call me Darth Vader, I'm a dark side player. Yeah, I'm a dark side player. Woo. Hey Jen, girlfriend watches me in the corner. She's just lurking. I'm just working. This is me smoking track. I'm smoking less these days, Jen. Yeah. I just need another smoke. Yeah. I just need even though I'm feeling broke. Yo, I just need another smoke. Can't tell if I'm in hell, in a haze, or a maze with a minotaur. When it rains, yeah, pause, that's my pain. Chained to that Mary Jane, kissing it upside down, turn me round, kiss again, we're more than friends. Independent, if the pen, raise your one, let's cast a spell, like, yeah, I just need another smoke. Right, I just need even though I'm feeling broke. Right, I just need another smoke. I just need another, yeah, hey, 420, smoke plenty, smoke heavy, roll plenty, knock 'em out, pull the lever and let it out. Dragon breath gonna save us now, turn it down, help me get on the stage. Translate my mind a page, been with you for a decade. My mind decays as it enters the place. Yeah, where I met you in the I just need another smoke. I just need even though I'm feeling broke. Yo, I just need yeah, I just need Wow. All right. I'm gonna rip one more track for you. It's kind of new. It's about me being a yogi. There's one person, a dear friend of mine, Black Harrison, shout outs. He labeled me a yogi many years ago when he saw me on the scene, on the field, doing it. So yeah, this is kind of an ode to him, but obviously an ode to myself, because that's what you do. You create an ode to yourself if you're an artist. All right, let's just make sure. I'm going to read the lyrics quite clearly from this, so don't get too mad. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Do. Calculated intuition. Yeah. Delete. Hey. Yeah. You to know me, I'm the yogi. Too young to be OG. Hold me with the rollies. Rolling up the homies. Watching roly-polies. Armadillo army. Stacking up the trolleys. Pushing empty kills at the heart. Damn, I'm gonna do it again. Let's just Little rewind. Little rewind. You don't know me, I'm the yogi. Too young to be OG. Homie with no rollie. Rolling with the homies. Watching roly-polies. Armadillo on me. Stacking up the trolleys. Pushing empty carts up the hill for the hell of it. Yeah. This race is of relevance. Yeah. Up the hill for the hell of it. Hey. My race is irrelevant. Like, what's the chaser at the back of the throat that causes fake MCs to go and choke as they attempt to boast braggadocious blokes like sausage sizzle hitting up bunnings to vote? Woolworths, but they fuck it up. Bad job is a cover-up. Crumpet better butter up like, hey. Fun boy gets squashed as you go by that squash. Why isn't lemon haze sold at the shops? Needing a wash, yeah. Interrupt the spell cast, yeah. Hey. You don't know me, I'm the yogi. Too young to be OG. Homie with no rollie. Homie with no rollie. Short little demo there. Just a bit of a WIP to send yous off. Thank you. Let's bring me back into the hot room. I don't know. I think I'm done. You know, check me out on Dilly Dave. You can call me Dave Dilly Dave. Either neither. Hey crew, how we do?
Oh my god.
Dude.
That was
Man,
so
we
much
were-
fun.
We hyped up your comic skills, but man, your talent on the mic as a rapper is just
Can't touch.
unparalleled.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. You're a true artist. You are adaptable in every way, and the avenue you choose, you will excel at. I just wanted to say you were funny. That was all.
No, look, I didn't come for the pep talk, but nor did I need it, but I got it and I love it. And yeah, my whole life and career will change after this pivotal moment. You know, powerful. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me on.
No,
I know
thanks
there's
so much
plenty
for
of
coming.
other
Such a
artists in here, you know?
pleasure.
Yeah.
You were the one. You were the one for calculated intuition because you embody that with such skill.
Oh,
Very true, very true. You're a very put together guy who has a plan and has the talents and the skills, but then also free flowing, living in the moment,
Yeah.
always welcoming, always brighten people's days, put a smile on everyone's dial. I love it.
I feel like you guys get me better than I get me now, so I appreciate that.
Dude, thanks
I
so
see
much
you as you
for
see
coming
me.
on.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night. I know I'll be sticking around.
Hey, well, next up we got bloody Amutha is going to take the stage. So who wouldn't stick around? All right,
Get it, queen.
let's,
Get a Amutha.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's happening now.
I think so.
Is
I
it?
think it's happening. Amutha, how are you feeling so
Yes.
far? This is great. This is our crew to launch
yeah.
our brand new EP. So exciting!
I'm
Hell yeah!
I had a moment where, as I was watching Dilly, I was just thinking to myself, every single member is so incredibly talented. No clout chasing, no just doing this for the sake of. Everyone has so much skill as an artist, and that is such an honor to be side by side with all of these people. Yeah, so good.
I also really love that. I think each member. We're speaking of Vibe Union, obviously, with whom we are streaming with on the channel. I mean, it's on our channel. We are Vibe Union, I Union, Sky Union, Vibe.
I Union, Tribe Union, Vibe Union. Or maybe the other
every
way.
member,
Some
I think,
order,
is,
but all the words.
I think every member of Vibe Union is exceptionally unique, which is something that has surprised me and inspired me every time that I get to work with everybody here. It's just, it's not
totally.
common for this many truly unique artists to come together like this. Even if I guess I'm speaking for myself as well in that context. But hey, what do you want?
Yeah, you are included in that for sure.
It's a very exciting time. Anyway, Amutha, one of our truest, most, I'm trying to think of the right words. Yeah, truest in terms of also being the most genuinely interesting and unique characters that I've ever met. I think that's a perfect perfect example of what I'm talking about. Amutha,
Damn.
do your thing. Take it away now. Let's do it.
Bless you, Rai. Thank you. So, what an introduction. Here we are today, the day after our release of Calculated Intuition. And I'm here to serenade you. So, I want to just get straight into it because there's something that I want. It's like my little welcome tune, and I'd like to just play it. It's just a short one. I think you'll enjoy it. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise over your beautiful head that you lay to rest on me. Oh, the trees are singing with the birds and the wind through the breeze. You remind me that life is so mystical with the greatest of these. You pervade with omnipresence a sense of true duty. Ignite moon's afternoon, restore balance, Earth's ritual cleanse will unfold soon. You heal the soul. You heal the soul. You heal the soul. You heal the soul. You heal the. So that is my little ritual to the sun. The song is called Under the Table Alchemy. I don't know if you guys will ever hear it as a collaboration piece. I don't know if the guy actually liked what I made for it, but he doesn't know. I'm just performing it on the side. I'm not profiting off it. So I actually really enjoy this creation. It just stumbled upon me one day as I was sitting in the sun on one of my morning walks, and I felt it. I felt how nourishing the sun was, and not only was it nourishing, but it was doing it so dutifully, like out of true love. It was life-giving. And so I was so moved by just receiving the nourishment of the sun and how deeply it fed my soul that I was like, why haven't I made a song for the sun yet? That's crazy. So this is it, Under the Table Alchemy. Hopefully you'll hear it one day in a different setting other than live. Or maybe I'll reserve it just doing it live because it's very special. So I actually have a very exciting new project coming up as well as this one that's just come out. So I thought I might sprinkle a few of those tracks in between here too. And I want to start off with something that's a little bit more... maybe a bit more of a darker vibe, like what's going on. The song is called About That, and I'll get straight into it. Something don't sound right about that. No, it don't. Sound right about that. No, it don't, no, it don't, no. I smell, I say, I taste, I touch everything I wanna be. So can you tell me if I'm closer now than I'll ever be? Do I give up or keep on floating into this breeze? place that never stops. Ordinary people feel no end to the clock. There's no skip or go backwards, just fast forward or lock yourself into the moment of who you were. And you said something don't sound right, and I say something doesn't sound right. I tell you just be true here when you misconstrue. It just don't sound right. The words are lost in their own point of view. It's just so hard to see through. Underneath the apple tree is where I lay. Knowledge out of reach, but still impeding my way. I'm fixated on understanding form and space, and every time I stop to think, my mind replays this and that, the ebb and flow, my history. What's the point in going over memory? I know exactly who I wanna be today. I'm happy with the thought that every day's okay. Close your mouth right now and send me the truth. I really feeling you. That last line, close your mouth right now and send me the truth, is perfect. Brag it a little bit there. What I meant by that is it's just perfect to follow the entire conversation and the flow of what's happening today, and how most of our communication does not happen with the tool of language, because the tool of language is merely a tool. Most of our communication is just the feeling, how I make you feel, how you make me feel, and how we don't even need to say anything to feel something between one another. And so, like, if there's anything you can take away from today, it's that you need to close your mouth, and the other person you're talking to needs to close their mouth, and you need to look at each other and just love each other for two human beings. You're both alive, you're both well, you're both here. And that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. So, what else should I do? Okay, I might get into, okay, this is an exciting track. This was described as someone who heard it as they imagined themselves dancing to this at a conscious nightclub, which is probably the highest compliment I've ever received on any of my music. So the song is actually called Yes, No. And the idea behind it is that in life, you're only ever being asked one question, and your answer is only ever yes or no. You could be covering that in different ways, giving different kinds of elaborate responses, but it's a yes or a no. And the thing that inspired this song was multiple things, but there's a beautiful line off one of my favorite movies called Waking Life, and this old guy is sitting with the dreamer, and he says, to say yes to one instant is to say yes to all of existence. And I think that was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, because it's not just a poetic expression. It's quite literally, if you can be accepting to that degree just of everything without judgment, life becomes so much more beautiful, so much more easy, and you don't see people for their insecurities and for their own judgments. You see them as they are, and it's just such a moving idea. And if we could all take that in and be with it just during this song, I would love that. I would love that. And also, it's this idea of existential loneliness. What a difference in ideas there. But how like it's so ingrained in us to want to be with someone, and being alone, there are just so many insecurities surrounding that. And I think a lot of people find it hard to deal with like existential loneliness, and like even being with someone doesn't get rid of that feeling. You have to face that feeling head on. So it's kind of a mixture of different concepts. I won't get too much into it. Let me just get my groove on. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? Please, won't you tell? I've been waiting for such a long time. You've been telling me, hold tight. I'll be ready when you're ready for me. Keep your chin up, you're feeling lonely. Don't you know I got no place to be? I want you just as much as you want me. You want me just as much as you want me. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? I've been trying to figure out if we disagree, Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. How can it be? How can it be? Now when nobody else is around, we fall in love. We fall endlessly. Push and push, only one way. Is this destiny, or do I set my fate? Illusory images take me away. Caution in my brain, stirring on old problems. Why do they all turn out the same? Out the same. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? Please, please. No, yes, no. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. How can it be? Nobody else is around. We fall in love. We fall endlessly. We fall endlessly. I know it's such a long. I know it's such a long. I know it's such a long. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, I should probably turn that echo off. That's gonna throw you off a little bit. It's kind of throwing me off. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I'm sorry. The new songs are a bit rough around the edges because they're new, so I haven't really got them fully down pat. Forgive me. I gave it my all that I could. But now I want to take it back to a time not so long ago where I collaborated with a great gentleman named Bernie Stone, a solid human being, and we created a song, and the song is called Feel the real. And I find it hard to define what the hell is in my mind. It's unreal, yeah. Casualties all laid out on the floor. Now you're telling me that you need more. Building your scars up at the core. Drowning in bliss you will without desire or luxury. Unfold the fire, unraveling the mystery. Love goes beyond it and lands back in your mind's eye free. A flock of birds head north into the warmer breeze. The hero's journey with struggle, but their true victory. Yeah. A deep appreciation for all of the true blessings I can see. The beauty in all, in all, in all, in all, in all, in all these little things. So tell me where you're going now. Where you going? Where are you going now? Where are you going now? Where you going now? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going now? Where you going What a beautiful question. Where are you going now? Is there somewhere to be? And if you are going somewhere, are you following yourself? Are you following a plan that was not made by you? And it's okay if you are, but just remember you have your own sense of direction. You are your own navigation system. You are beautiful and you are powerful. Don't you ever forget that, and don't let anyone take that away from you. It is your strength. So, we are going to move on to the EP that Ryan and I are actually here trying to market. I'm kidding. That sounded so sleazy. We're not marketing it. We're gifting it to you. That kind of sounds snobbish. I don't know how to present this to you. It's just, we want to share our love, and this is our way of doing it.
I just have to jump in here.
Oh, yes.
I just have to jump in here that when you were saying that, I was like, gifting's a good word. And then you said it. So connected.
We
All right,
are,
peace
man.
out.
No doubt.
Back to it.
Thank you for that.
Just had to pop.
Oh, that was such a delight. That was really nice. So yeah, I'm going to perform 2 tracks, but as you know, because we're doing this remotely, we tried to coordinate it and it just wasn't working out with the delay. So what we're opting to do now is we'll maybe choose a couple of tracks that we like in our own verses, and we're going to perform that. So I've picked 2, and I don't know what their official names are because I've only got the names of the weird little names that we gave them. I think the one that I'm going to perform now is called Ego Inflation / Hello Helium Head. So the reason we have calculated and the 2 slashes in intuition is, we're playing on this idea that there are these two aspects of life, but there needs to be a balance of both of those. And I think Ryan and I made the perfect duo. We have those balanced within us, and then we came together and found our own kind of balance within that. And this first track, like I said, Ego Inflation is the calculated, / Hello Helium Head is the intuitive title. We were messing around. You know, we're artists. We got to do what we got to do. My universe is here with me, transmitting good vibes through melody. Let this presence raise your sense of time. Crazy lady surfing on the edge of Saturn. Don't be late, reality is starting to look fake. Hold me, hope that we're not beta. Future has been playing fate. We lost to the tides of asteroids that tore a hole through time. So, that was a little taste of what you could be listening to, maybe not right at this instant, but it's out in the world. If you could check out our baby, it would be lovely. The second song is, I think it's called Just in Time / There's a Party Going On. So this is I'm just gonna play it, let you guys. Oh, also Rye is supposed to be doing the talks, so I'm gonna do a little bit of his part. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. Time is running out, you having fun. Glancing at the clock, then back to us, you gotta run. Yeah, change the pace, but don't slow down. You're picking up what I'm laying out. Leave your perception of now at the door before you enter the floor. Time is not there to be taken, it's there for you to borrow. Not something that you can fake or something you could borrow. Can you hold it in your arms or save it for tomorrow? I think I messed it up a little bit, but it's okay. You guys get the picture. Time and our relationship with time, which funnily enough, we do touch on in our podcast that's coming out next week. Sneaky plug. It's a really good one. I think you guys will enjoy it a lot. But we talk about our individual relationships with time and how a massaging of that relationship and a relieving of the resistance can really just help you deeply. I mean, this is a silly little example, but I'll give it anyway. I was waiting in line for Centrelink at the very beginning when the first lockdown happened, and I've never been in such a calm Centrelink. It's because no one had anywhere to go or anything to do, and people were willing. I was there for, like maybe an hour and a half. I was unbothered. I usually don't care too much about that stuff. But literally everyone in the line, it stretched back for ages and nobody was piping up. No one's walking ahead trying to see how long they have to. Everyone was just waiting. So this virus really helped everyone change their relationship with time, as well as develop more of an appreciation for human connection. But I think just that shift in our perception of time is huge. So I think I might do one more track. before I hand it off to Raya. I'll do another new one. Should I do another new one? Yeah, I'll do another new one. This one is called Club Euphoria. Take it how you will. It flows within me. It flows, it flows. It flows within you. Within you. That cosmic energy of desire falls through your veins with the music. Leave your memories behind and lose it. Stress and depression got me guessing if your mind been trying to hide behind what I feel inside. Talking slick, that's all pride. Ego peak, now we weak. I retreat, pour a glass. It's midnight. DJ play that beat. Mood right now be bittersweet. Bitter days I've seen. Sweeter days get pushed to the back of me. Back of me, a vault I carry full of fever. Dreams I sleep. Are resting, but I don't rest in peace. Peace is me. When I'm at home, I'm a dome, not circling constantly. Want you here, want you now, want you more forever. And before you decline, let me take you out to dine. Picking up on my insatiable thirst for desserts. You're sweeter than candy, keeping me on alert. Take you down to love euphoria. Take you down to love euphoria. Enter the palace of this new song. And lose yourself in someone else just for a while. Love euphoria. Whoa, you looking right through me. You're trying to see what I'm thinking about. Hey boo, hey boo, hey. Don't you see that everything's all about me? All about me. I'm seeing me and you and you and me, and you think that this is gonna come through for you, but I don't know why. I've been trying to hide myself. I've been running wild, and now you are seeing clearly how I've been trying to buy you drinks, and you wanna hear me out. We don't communicate, and yeah, I'm so full of doubt. We step outside and stare at the night. Self-importance, you tell me, is the key to enjoying what we have between you and me, you and me. Do you see? Connection is infinitely better when you know I know me. Dopamine now flooding streams. You walk away like it's a dream. Never will I see you again. DJ, take me into sunbeams. Take you down to love euphoria. Take you down to love euphoria. Enter the palace of desire and lose yourself in someone else just for a while. Love euphoria. Love euphoria. Love euphoria. Love euphoria. Yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, I think I was just trying to make a bit of a, maybe a bit more of a sensual track, but my kind of sensual. So like a bit creepy and eerie and like, what's going on here? I don't know. I was just mucking around. Anyway, Rai, bring yourself back to the present moment. I mean, you're always here,
Boom.
actually. Hello.
Damn, that last track. I love that last track. That was tight. That was so much fun.
It's a banger.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Such a banger. My goodness, what a bloody pleasure it is to see you perform live again, and in such a beautiful setting, covered in fairy lights. Just
I'm
bloody
so
brilliant.
in love with these.
Yeah, that was very exciting. It's funny. I've actually chosen to perform one of the same tracks that you have done, so that's going to be kind of cool. That I'm going to
nice.
finish off that one as well.
Okay,
and yeah,
perfect.
how
I mean,
exciting.
I feel like it's only appropriate that I introduce you because it wouldn't make sense for you to introduce yourself. So
Should
let
I
me just
duck back out.
duck out for a second. Make this seem more legit. Okay. People of the world, there is a man I was going to say a boy, but he's not a boy. He's a man. He's gone on his journey. He has found his inner wisdom. He has traveled through space and time and himself to arrive to this place today. He is wise. Oh my God. I caught it, and then I let go. But you know what? When this guy catches it, he doesn't let go. He stays on it, and this is why I appreciate him so much. Please give it up for Rhath.
Damn, what an intro. I like the correction of man to boy, or boy to man. And in fact, here we go. Here's a bloody comment from MQ.
Hey,
My nickname
uncalled for.
on a previous podcast was Rye Boy the Boy. Famously a boy. Famously a blue-eyed, wide-eyed, blonde-haired little bloody kid. But that's right. I'm coming to terms with my baby face.
But you have the essence
Amutha.
of a man. Know that.
Oh, definitely. Deep inside, I'm an old, grumpy piece of shit. Oh dear, my mother's been telling me for years, ever since I was like 10 years old. I'm like, man, what is up with you? You're an old man. I don't understand.
I love it.
Oh dear. All right. Well, thank you very much for that introduction, and I guess I'll bloody take it away.
Take it
Here
away,
we
my
go.
friend.
Alrighty, so here we are, joining me in my tiny little dark bedroom, and I'm going to kick things off with a couple of those little tracks from the EP, which is what we're here to announce and launch and gift to the world, as Amutha said. Calculated Intuition, streaming on all platforms. I'm very excited about it. It was so much fun to make. It was such a fun process. Basically, every track came into existence in one session, and then there was a little bit of cleanup in future sessions, just doing retakes on vocals. But man, just that constant living in the moment style of production, and my God, it was so much fun. So the first track I'm going to do is called... Man, what is it called? It's called, as Amutha said, all these tracks are labeled really, named very strangely, so it's weird to go through them. Ego Inflation / Helium Head. Let's get it. Never knew that I could be better, as I always let a feeling be a catalyst for the meta. Ignoring the changes like the weather that could bring me to a center, only living with the terror that I might just fall, and that'd be all. No progression, you stall as you hit a brick wall, but rather you build. Now cast your eyes to the hill and follow no guilt. Give in to no will. Neither mine nor yours, it will never get poured, never breathe remorse. Yeah, it's hard, of course, but how else now to the pinnacle? And I hate to sound cynical, but fuck how it was, but fuck thinking that. Rather take a step back when I catch myself, and I'll change the format. And I live by that for a minute, but without rhythm, you could just listen and always being given, and never convincing yourself of a mission you had when a fledgling, behind your eyes just pacing. Makes sense of the world, reminisce when it was small, but now it's unfurled in yourself as well. Hey. So this EP certainly has some very strong spiritual themes to it, thanks to us reading Eckhart Tolle books at a very similar time, which was a fun little coincidence and kind of spawned a lot of this. It's all about presence, all about being in the now, which is good. And I think we need a lot of that right now in 2020, which I don't know if anyone else has had a weird year, but it's been a weird year. This next song is called The Takeover, DJ Frequency, and it's on the EP as well. This is another one. Also, these are snippets. The tracks are much longer. They're journeys. As me and Amutha weave these lyrics through quite progressive tracks that are ever changing, ever shifting. Here's another little taste of something. Timid finger to my trembling lips, wet with a sip from our culture's slow drip. Envy took me the way my father would say. Any thought of mine be a jest cause I pray, but not hearing thoughts behind the patterns of speech. My vision took in images repeat that teach. Fire to burn, transfix needs fuel. Survive through the flames is rather hopeful, but now I've catch myself standing as an echo, and where expect the flames I find ebb and flow. I let myself surrender, taken with the throes. Sparks may take, but the embers never grow. It just warms the skin. The heat from within is known to the current now that I'm given. No oars, no pause, no predetermined course. I'll drink down, never sink, awake, no remorse, and drift. And just drift. As you drift. Never listen to the wisdom we're spitting as you glisten with the perspiration. And you're nervous of your purpose around us at the gathering. So gather your senses and your baggage. Now cast it over, give to another. Control as you roll with the flow. Let yourself know there's nowhere to go but the present. And that song was called The Takeover, DJ Frequency. There is so much more to it. There is so much more to all of these. So go and check these out. In fact, look at this. People down in the comment section are loving it. They're digging it. That's funny, though, because that's also my girlfriend who is sitting like a meter away from me. Oh, dear. Okay. So now I'm going to jump into my last EP, which came out this year, I think. Yeah, this year. This was a huge turning point for me. I went through a breakup and spent a lot of time doing some soul searching. You know what happens, you know how this goes. And so I wrote an EP based around toxic male masculinity and what it meant to me, and me trying to come to terms with my own feelings or just feel things at all. And this is what this is all about. This is a breakup song. Let's enjoy a breakup song. Don't worry, it's gonna get uplifting a little bit. I have a form of past trials in your vision. Long dice through while lips barely whisper. We hear each other's words in our own voice, and while we grimace, listen, you know attrition, but our blessing. Lessons unlearned from new days or new thinking, threatening to drag me back, return me to drinking. Sinking in the dark, in the way that I speak, assured, telling them my self-image is weak. Snap fire and force draw and trigger fingers itch. More wine lets the anger brew. I might call you a bitch, but in my father's voice, remember with a whimper. I repeat the phrase of myself, now with a whisper. And this pen on this page, easy to see my age. In this cage, one wire of my own gauge that easily bends but never breaks as I lace every word of freedom with these undertones of blame. Keys held by two hands through these bars, separated by expectation, we play a part. A life shared, made the heart for a moment. As we home, that is not a habit we've chosen. I hear the voice, these words, it isn't me. Only way to breathe, only way to words are for me now, oh. Can we take a second to breathe? Can we take a second to breathe? See my eyes dark before when they're showing red. Pick me off the floor, lest I hit the door with dread. Running, ripping the band-aid off, open words pumping legs till I destroy my shoes. Bare soul and roll the ditches and wishing that I knew of too soon. I spoke through this monsoon. Behind these eyes, never realized my interior shows simply as a barrier to you. So, oh, can we take a second to breathe? I know these words are for me, and in myself I believe, but not this minute, kicking myself all the way that I fidget and then I break. See that you're living as we're repairing rather building anew, and I know what we do. Just think it through. You may see me as I am if I see you as you are. So let's breathe, be the best that we need. Second to breathe. I know these words are for me now, oh. Can we take a second to breathe? Can we take a second to breathe? I know these words are for me now, oh. I mean, hey, it's probably the most personal a rap track that I've bloody written. It was one of those times that you just, I sat down and wrote it in like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so. It was just one of those ones, and you got the feelings, you caught a case of the feelings, and you go write down. That's what I did. Bloody ridiculous. All right, okay. And now, I'm going to go on to Blood Flow. Now, Blood Flow is a bit more cryptic, but Blood Flow is a silly little song all about me wanting to be a robot, both emotionally and also quite literally. I want to replace these fleshy tubes with some steel, because steel lasts longer. I don't know. It's a silly little thing that's been rattling around in my brain box for years, and so I wrote this little silly song about it. Let's pick it apart. Let's find out what's going on in my dumb brain. All right, Blood Flow. Blood flow, man, I never know. When wise ones and zeros, no skeleton indigo. Yeah, blood flow, man, what a show. I thought I'd aggro, but left myself a shadow. Like an embryo, pulse a lead to say hello world. My knuckles cold defensive, I resent what's inside. Turn to flames, tarnish your name, confide in nothing and no one is often felt barely alive. That's how I liked, as anger spiked in younger times, screaming with an ego with the helm. As I lie, spun a tale to myself, life is hell. You might as well tone it down, stick to just repeating sounds. Going around through motions, a potion, lubricant, emotion, and cold for spin every waking moment, stepping further away from my flesh. Rather than Blood flow, man, I never know. When wires, ones and zeros, no scarlet and indigo. Blood flow, man, what a show. I thought I'd aggro, I left myself a shadow. Now blood flow, man, I never know. When wires, ones and zeros, no scarlet and indigo. Yeah, blood flow, man, what a show. Thought I'd aggro, I left myself a shadow. Yeah. Coupled up now and gone, each conversation to be one, but has human not one, it's just what I wanted, so now I just retread every step taken, perhaps was mistaken, haven't really felt awakened since I was maybe 15 or younger. Heart torn asunder, taught to be bored, adore my own thoughts, in my mind caught like a blood clot. Now stripping myself of forgiveness, taking this heart and just listen. No excuses for myself, I just witness these emotional looms on my fucking business. I grimaced, now I breathe, letting this shit wash over me like let a fire roar and live by the law. Don't burn down and don't withdraw. blood flow, man, I never know. When wise ones and zeros, no scarlet and indigo. Yeah, blood flow, man, what a show. I thought I'd grow, but left myself a shadow. Yeah, blood flow, man, I never know. When wise ones and zeros, no scarlet and indigo. And blood flow, man, what a show. I thought I'd grow, but I left myself a shadow. Scratching and scraping at skin, hoping they were wise within, but stuck in feedback and got complacent. Ignored familiar faces, stood adjacent, not present. So I gave myself to the blood flow, and I see now where I didn't grow. And as my withered form grows a little older, once again steel just looks that little bit stronger. Android me up, baby, that's all I want. All right. What's happening down in the comment section? Oh, MQ coming in with that fanboy stand on blood flow so bloody hard. Hell yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's a fun track. I love a fun track. A bit of sci-fi element to it, as a lot of my work does, because I'm a sci-fi baby and I love that shit. So that EP came out early this year. And, man, I was really excited about it. It was a real game changer for me in terms of my just leveling up, getting the more concise lyric writing, and I enjoyed the beats a lot more as I produce all my own music. But then COVID hit, and at first I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just locked in my room for months potentially, but like many other artists, I turned to the idea of, okay, maybe this is time to work. And so I'm very sorry. I had a big couple of burgers, and so I used this time to record an album, and I could not be more excited about this. This is the best thing that I've ever done, I think, not just in terms of music, but just anything I've ever done. And the beats go harder, the lyrics are more concise and better written, and I'm just really excited. So I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak peek. It should be coming out hopefully this year. Depends on what goes down. Who knows? But let's find out. This track is called... Which one do I want to do? I'm going to do Just a Scratch, which is about my fear of death, because why not? Let's write about it. This is called Just a Scratch. Who's knocking at the door with a rap screen? You can't catch, barely a scratch, just a badge, but I'm still no match as the curtains come down. When the curtains come down, who's knocking at the door with a rap screen? You can't catch, barely a scratch, just a badge, but I'm still no match as the curtains come down. Is this verse dying before it wakes? I'll tell her fear that I'm a fake or hide away from. Tell me something's wrong, I mean no. Tell me I'm alright, tell me I'm alright, tell me I'm alright. Tied and twisted bed sheets, a racing mind that makes terrified these ridden white horse creeps. Find me still in my sleep and yet not trying to hide. I'm not done mortified, right in the flesh of mine, if not dead, paralyzed. Maybe our legacy not realized, or the fact that a separation's hard to find. Rather make a kink of the morbid. Fucking know we all did. Perhaps as I never really faced death, I prime my knowledge from perversions in games, TV, and films acclaim. Prime time news, just the bloody same. Who am I to blame? We just want to hear a name, see light and shut and frame. If I died before that, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Who's knocking at the door with a rap stream? You can't catch, barely a scratch to the badge, but I'm still no match when the curtains come down. When the curtains come down. Who's knocking at the door with a rap stream? You can't catch, barely a scratch to the badge, but I'm still no match when the curtains come down. Yeah, curtains come down. I want to hear the words, weeks to live, I know that's absurd. Make theater of the curse, want to shake the world. Fly with birds and no wealth was earned, yeah. Anything to take the pressure, knowing that I wasn't, I'm a lesser odds. Insurmountable, can't be held accountable, man. Anything is possible, terrifies me like I'm alright, tell me I'm alright, tell me I'm alright. Gotta find my place in the cycle. Let something die, join topsoil. Find your altitude to come down. Treat every sound like a child. Let these lessons compile. If I die before that, man, what a shame, what a shame. Who's knocking in the door with the raps? When you can't catch belly, a scratch to the badge, but I'm still no match when the curtains come down, yeah. When the curtains come down. Who's knocking in the door with the raps? When you can't catch belly, a scratch to the badge, I'm still no match when the curtains come down. When the curtains come down. I was very fortunate that I got to sample several jazz bands, jazz outfits from Melbourne. Sorry, not America. From Melbourne. People I know, friends of mine, or at least acquaintances, and man, such a privilege to get to mess with it. Josh Benier was one, and the other one is Matt Hoyne, the Matt Hoyne Trio. So you're going to hear all that on the album. And then we're going to just jump straight into the next one, man. This is called Taking a Step. I think we're going to change that title, though. This one, I'm not going to explain it too much. We're just going to get it. Just going to do it. Got parents of Venetians, watching humanity just hit teeth and enjoy my imagination. Dreaming all this time is seeming, but I turn back to central heating. Is that floor with a touch uneven? How can I change tomorrow? Killed every succulent that I own. But look at our host, dragged from pillar to post. Through beliefs and lies, ironically along for the ride. Don't really have any agency, please take away my autonomy so I can whine about reality and enjoy the hyperbole, yeah. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Got any blood in my hands? Well, nothing I can see, but I taste between my teeth, between lines of my news feed. All this rah-rah lingual magic woven like Tata. I blink, miss it, sword, blah, blah, straight facts, like football, I live like a xylite, disconnected from the far. Study cherry pick, so my dogma stands with my avatar. My ego inflated, elated, is the child inside thinking that I made it. Debang skills of education, or no win, can be persuaded. I get to live an illustration, act so damn animated. What a beautiful, terrifying world that I know all too well. Alright, switch, I get this shit. Try fight over makes me sick. Easy to be a hypocrite, easy enough to quit. Alright, I message myself, slow path out is hell. Just start, you're doing it well. I don't know how to and tell. One step away from complicity, one step, no rency. You don't need every answer or key. Dropping the tide, not in the sea. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, that song, take a step, or maybe keep running. Maybe that's a better title, keep running. This is gonna be my last one. It's one of my favorites off the album, and this album's going to be coming out later this year. But far more importantly than that right now, this gig is to launch Calculate Intuition, which is an EP that me and Amutha have created together, and I'm very, very excited about it. Amutha is one of the most interesting and unique and honest artists that I've ever met, and I can't believe how privileged I am to get to work with her on a quite regular basis, and just to know her as a human being, honestly, has changed my life, as all the rest of the Vibe Union crew have. So, this is it. This is it from me. This is the last track, and then we'll bring Amutha back. We'll have a little bit of a chinwag, and then we'll call it. But all right. This song's called Foundations. It's probably the most braggadocious I get. But also talking about, man, you got to build. You have to lay that foundation if you want to succeed, not just in art but in life in general. So, take that to heart. Listen to the wisdom, which apparently I'm wise. I don't know. Tired side of the cutthroat. Can we get an ollie awesome free? A second to breathe, the ego running the booth. You need a truce if you want to endure. Always a war, leave instruction sure. You mother son of our trenches. I'm only seeing warm benches. You're peering through some bloody soda lenses. I'm just questioning this tension, but guess that your intention is solely for some mention. You're either on the mark or betting online luck. I just work, never getting the right, and the writer's block. No peacock, put 10,000 hours down the clock so I can stand behind what I got. Just a mindset, I knew nothing else. Just a lifestyle, I never thought of wealth. Went full-time from the outset, and now hoping that it's a sure bet. So, you're looking for your top placement, but where's your foundation? I'm peeking through your bloody faces, and you're all cut up. Now you're all cut up, you're all cut up now. You're looking for your top placement, but where's your foundation? I'm looking at your bloody faces, and you're all cut up. You're all cut up, now you're all cut up. Rappers laughing half the time, don't bother plugging the mic in. They're searching for perfection. In project number 1, they're looking stunned. Can barely stand yet, well they're trying to run. I found a self-described poet teetering on stilts. What's the balance? When he reached the hill, I stood calmly, jumped once to check what it built. Steady as fuck. No wobble, no till, yeah. Holding steady, holding the confetti is all of me. You need a machete for my discography, and through the thick of it I know some shit in this heavy, and every track I said keep running, cause standing still would prove deadly. Fucking loved every second, instead of second guessing each fumble, just another lesson. Looking back at the smoldering wreckage, and well, oh man, I'm just loving the present. Well, looking for your top placement, but where's your foundation? I'm peering at your bloody faces, and you're all caught up. You're all caught up, now you're all caught up now. You're looking for your top placement, but where's your foundation? I'm looking at your bloody faces. You're all caught up, now you're all caught up. You're all caught up now. Whoa. Alright, man. What a bloody privilege it has been to perform once again. Man, I can't wait to get out onto some real stages and joined by Amutha, I'm sure, once again. So on that note, let's bring it back in. We can have a little bit of chat about it.
Woo!
Hello, Amutha.
Oh, man. Your new stuff. What?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Oh, god damn. Yeah, you don't need me to say anything. I was bopping the entire time. Also, that song about death, you made 2 callbacks to Topsoil and Altitude, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Previous
Okay.
works. Yeah, I think that was that was what changed for me this year. Is a big mindset shift. You know, I think like I spent all this time working on my skill set, both as a rapper and as a producer, and something about I think it was just this much time to sit with myself and to analyze my psyche. I think we've all had a chance this year to just sit with ourselves and figure out what the fuck's going on and what's important. And this album, I got to focus more just on making music that I wanted to hear, not worry too much about trying to be super original or anything like that. Just make an album that I would want to listen to myself, and delved in deep into that life and death cycle. The whole thing is called Orbits, and it's all about that life and death cycle, the life and death of your previous work, the life and death of humans in general, and the human race as well. Just like you have to let things die to move forward, and I did. I feel like I let a lot of my previous work die. Not, you know, I'm not taking it down, but rather in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm moving on to the next thing, which I really like. Which I think you have a similar mindset in terms of, we're both, this sounds like a brag, I guess it is. We're both very prolific. We both put out a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
And you can't do that with too much perfectionism. Like, you know, you want it to be the best, but you also know that like it hits a point when it's like, cool, this project is what it is, and it's time to release it and move on to the next one. And
totally.
you don't discount it when it's out, but you move on to the next one with increased vigor, because the fuel of that one and letting it go, letting it be its own thing out in the world, now you can move on to the next one.
And I think it's easier to evolve that way too, because you're catching a sound and you're feeling it and you're expressing it, and then you're letting it go and allowing what that taught you to move you into the next stage. So it's just a constant refinement of your expression. And I like that. I like not getting too sucked into something and wanting it to be so like it has to be like this. I can't release it yet. I mean, I'm just having fun, you know, just like playing around, doing what I like, and yeah, I mean, it's not too serious. I think everyone into art is kind of just like, yeah, let's just do it, you know. But yeah, it's
100%.
true. There are some people that are fixated on like putting things out in a certain kind of way, and we are unique in that way. And I think that's why this particular project came out so easily, because like it was the perfect amount of cooking that we did, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
overcook
agree.
it, didn't undercook it. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. And I don't want to bash the idea of perfectionism either. Like I do wish looking back on some of my older projects, there's parts I'm like, ooh, should have put a bit more time into that shit. But
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, I like that constant growth through putting out new projects, which we've been very fortunate to have the opportunity with Vibe Union as well this year to be constantly releasing tracks and learning off every single one, which is been the reason that I feel as confident in my work.
Yeah, definitely. I think the awesome thing about Vibe Union as well is like everyone brings their own flavor, and all the songs, like they're just completely different journeys that you take when you listen to them. They're so unique. And there's something underlying that kind of connects everything as well. I can't really describe it. Like it's exactly that vibe of like feeling the energy that we've created together, but how that's expressed is just coming out differently. And I think it was really interesting you calling your upcoming piece Orbit. I was just before I clicked on the live stream, I was actually watching a video about cycles and how that basically everything in nature is cyclical. Everything, like the way the planets orbit down to atoms, everything goes in cycles. And so by default, naturally, we have tendencies to go in our own kind of cycles. That's kind of a comfort. That's why people develop routine. And this guy was saying how like to overcome that is just to be aware that you do fall into these patterns of like, this is kind of even talking about our self-expression and like wanting to create this perfection. You are kind of trapped in this thing, and to acknowledge that sometimes you need to just allow it to be what it is and let it go. I think it takes another, like a further step as well. Because it's hard. It is hard sometimes. I find I get stuck on certain things. Like I'm trying to mix a song at the moment and I'm just like, oh my God, what, like, this is kind of screwing me now. This stage of mixing. I've never done proper mixing before and it's getting me.
It is a bit of a nightmare, and I'm so glad I got to the point with this album where I get to pass it off to somebody else to mix, and because I started doing it myself, and I don't know. That's one case where I'm like, I want it. It needs to be good enough when it comes to the mix of the song, and it's just so I find it so frustrating trying to pick away at it and chisel at it. Best to give it to somebody else. For me personally.
It's a tough gig.
Anyway, this is it, man. We've launched our EP, Calculated Intuition. Very excited. What an experience it was recording it. What a fun time I've had with it tonight. Hopefully everyone fucking bumps it at home and finds something, find some perhaps some spiritual teaching in it or relates to it in some way. Yeah, man, it's been a great time.
And also for all you people watching who are in Melbourne, just prepare your body, mind, and spirit, because Vibe Union will be lifting off very soon and we will be doing some live gigs. So come and catch this vibe in the flesh. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. If you don't even contemplate it for a second, you have no excuse. Come down and see us, have a chat with us. It'll be so much fun.
Keep an eye on all of our pages where you'll see all that. You can find
like and
us
subscribe, all them things.
Boom. Right,
Yeah,
that's us,
there we go.
Vibe Union. All the rest of our music is on this channel. And you can also find us at our own ones. There's me.
Boom.
That's incorrect. That's so funny that I've misspelt my own tag. Hang on. Let's fix that up. It's that one. Boom. Wrath _ music.
go.
God, I'm such an idiot. And Amutha Vibes. The original
that's the
Viber.
one. Oh.
Amutha. bloody pleasure working with you, as always. Can't wait to see you in the flesh, and
Yeah,
can't wait to
man.
perform on stage once again together.
Yes.
It's going to be an exciting time. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Amutha, have you got any
Thank you for
final words,
joining.
or I think that's it?
Be well.
That's perfect. Be well, everybody. Peace out.